Welcome back. Today, we are going to talk about something that quietly controls your English speaking. It is not grammar, it is not vocabulary, it is not pronunciation. It is the speed of your thoughts. Many people believe they cannot speak English because they do not know enough words, but that is not the real problem. The real problem is hesitation, too much thinking before speaking. You want to say something simple, but your mind becomes busy. First, you think in your own language, then you try to translate it. After that, you check grammar, then you worry about mistakes, and before you speak, the moment is already gone. This is why many learners stay quiet even when they know English. So, today, I want you to remember one simple idea. Speak before your mind creates fear. Do not wait for perfect English. Start with simple English, because fluency grows through speaking, not through silent thinking. Let's begin with the first lesson. The first thing you must stop is overthinking. Most learners are not weak in English. They are trapped inside their own thoughts. They want every sentence to sound perfect before it leaves their mouth. But real conversation does not work like that. Think about your native language. Do you stop and prepare every sentence before speaking? Of course not. You speak naturally because your mind trusts itself. But in English, many learners do not trust themselves yet. They want perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation, perfect words. That pressure creates fear, and fear slows everything down. So, from today, stop trying to create perfect sentences in your head. If you want to say something, just begin. Maybe your sentence is short. Maybe it is not fully correct. That is okay. The important thing is movement. Speaking creates improvement. For example, instead of waiting to build a perfect sentence like, "I really want to improve my English speaking skills," just say, "I want improve English." Simple, fast, real. Your brain will slowly adjust. The more you speak, the more natural your English becomes. And here's something important. Fluent speakers also make mistakes. They do not stop speaking because of small errors. They continue. That is why their speech flows naturally. You must train yourself to do the same. Every day, spend a few minutes speaking without stopping. Talk about your morning, your plans, your feelings, anything at all. You can say, "Today I woke up late. I feel tired. I need coffee. I want to practice English today." Do not stop to correct every sentence. Just continue speaking. At first, it may feel uncomfortable, but slowly your mind will stop translating every word. Your thoughts will become faster. Your fear will become smaller. Always remember this line: overthinking blocks your voice. Speaking unlocks it. Now, let's move to the second lesson. Use small and simple sentences. This is where many learners struggle. They think fluency means long and impressive English, so they try to build difficult sentences and then they become stuck in the middle. But real communication is usually simple. Even native speakers often use short sentences in daily life. "I'm tired. I'm hungry. I need help. I'll do it later."
Simple language is powerful because it moves quickly. When your sentences are small, your brain feels relaxed. And when your brain feels relaxed, speaking becomes easier. Imagine two learners. The first learner tries to speak complicated English and stops again and again. The second learner uses easy sentences but speaks continuously. Who will improve faster? Of course, the second learner. Because fluency is not about sounding advanced, it is about expressing ideas comfortably. So, if you feel pressure while speaking, make your sentences smaller. Instead of saying, "I would like to go outside because the weather appears pleasant today," simply say, "I want to go outside. The weather is nice. Clear, natural, easy to understand. And here is another important point. Many small sentences can create one strong idea. For example, I worked a lot today. I feel tired now. I want to rest. 3 small sentences, 1 complete message. This style helps your speaking flow naturally. So practice describing your life using simple English. I wake up early. I drink tea. I go to work. I feel busy. These small habits train your brain to think quickly in English. Now let's talk about the third lesson. Train your mouth, not only your mind. Many learners spend years reading English, listening to English, and studying grammar. But when they try to speak, their mouth feels frozen. Why? Because speaking is not only knowledge. Speaking is a physical skill. Your mouth must learn how to move smoothly in English. Think about learning a sport. You cannot become good just by watching videos. You must practice with your body. English speaking works the same way. If you only study silently, your mouth never becomes comfortable. So speak out loud every day. Not inside your head, out loud.
Say simple things like, I am practicing. I feel better today. I want to improve. Let your voice become active. In the beginning, your pronunciation may feel awkward. You may pause a lot. That is normal. Your mouth is learning new patterns. But daily speaking creates comfort, and comfort creates confidence. One powerful exercise is repetition. Listen to a short English sentence and repeat it immediately. Copy the sound, the rhythm, and the speed. This helps your mouth move naturally without too much thinking. You do not need long speeches. Even short sentences are enough if you practice consistently. Because your goal is not perfection, your goal is comfort. Now let's move to the fourth lesson. Accept mistakes and continue speaking. This lesson changes everything. Many learners are not truly afraid of English. They are afraid of embarrassment. They worry, what if I say something wrong? What if people laugh at me? What if my grammar is bad? And because of these fears, they stay silent. But silence never improves speaking. Mistakes improve speaking. Every fluent person you know made thousands of mistakes while learning. Wrong grammar, wrong pronunciation, wrong word choices. But they kept talking. That is the difference. Think about children learning language. They make mistakes every day, but they never stop trying. That constant practice helps them improve naturally. You must learn from that. Do not treat mistakes like failure. Treat them like training. If you say, I go market yesterday, do not panic. Continue speaking. I buy some food. It was crowded. I come home late. You are communicating. That matters. And here's something very important. Do not stop after every mistake to fix yourself. That destroys your flow. Speak first, improve later. Confidence does not appear before action. Confidence grows because of action. So every time you speak, even imperfectly, you are building fluency. Now let's talk about the fifth lesson. Respond quickly. In real conversation, people respond fast. They do not spend 2 minutes preparing one sentence. But many learners freeze after hearing a question. Someone asks something simple, and suddenly their mind becomes full of pressure. What should I say? Which grammar should I use? What if I sound strange?
And because of that delay, they lose confidence. But fluency depends on reaction speed. A short answer, given quickly, is much better than a perfect answer that arrives too late. If someone asks, "How are you?" do not overthink. Just answer, "I'm good. I'm okay. I'm tired today." Simple and fast. That is enough. When you respond quickly, your brain learns to trust itself, and over time, your speaking becomes more natural. Practice this daily. Ask yourself easy questions and answer immediately. What am I doing? I am studying. How do I feel? I feel calm. What do I want? I want rest. Quick answers train fast thinking, and fast thinking creates fluency. So do not wait for perfect English. Start with active English. Now, let's continue with another important lesson. Build flow and stop breaking your sentences. Many learners begin speaking well, but after a few words, they stop. They pause too much. They search for perfect words. Then their confidence disappears. This is one of the biggest reasons people feel stuck in English conversations. Fluency is not about speaking without mistakes. It is about continuing without fear. Imagine water flowing in a river. It keeps moving. That movement creates smoothness. Speaking works the same way. When you stop again and again, your flow disappears. But when you continue speaking, even with simple English, your brain stays active. For example, many learners speak like this. I want to, I think, maybe. Too many stops. Instead, keep moving forward. I want to improve my English. I practice every day. I try to speak more. Notice the difference. The second example keeps flowing. And here is something powerful. Your brain actually works better when you continue speaking. It starts finding words naturally while you talk. But if you stop too often, your brain becomes nervous. So if you forget a word, do not panic. Use another word. Explain the idea differently. Use simple language. Communication is more important than perfect vocabulary. For example, maybe you forget the word umbrella. Instead of becoming silent, say, it is something people use when it rains. That is still successful communication. This mindset removes pressure from your speaking. Now, here's a simple daily exercise. Choose any topic and speak continuously for 2 or 3 minutes. Talk about your day. Talk about your plans. Talk about your room, your work, your hobbies. Do not stop for long pauses. Even if your ideas are simple, keep moving. You can say, today I worked a lot. I felt tired. After work, I ate dinner. Then I practiced English. This exercise teaches your mind to stay active while speaking. And if you feel stuck, use connecting words. Words like and, then, because, so. These small words help your sentences continue naturally. For example, I woke up early and I made breakfast, and then I started working. Maybe it's not perfect grammar, but it has flow, and flow is one of the strongest parts of fluency. Now, let's move to another important step. Think in English while speaking. This habit changes everything. Most learners first create thoughts in their native language, then they translate those thoughts into English. That process is slow and stressful. Translation creates delay. Fluency needs speed. So, instead of translating complete ideas, start creating small thoughts directly in English. You do not need difficult words for this. Simple thoughts are enough. For example, when you see food, think, I'm hungry. This looks good. I want to eat. When you feel tired, think, I need rest. My body feels heavy. Train your brain to stay inside English as much as possible. At first, your mind will naturally return to your native language. That is normal. Your brain has used that system for many years. But every time you gently return to English thinking, your fluency grows stronger. And here's something important. Do not wait to build full, perfect sentences in your head. Start speaking with one small idea. For example, I think. Then continue naturally. I think this movie is interesting. Or, I think today was busy. This step-by-step thinking creates natural speaking. Now, let's talk about confidence.
Many people believe confidence comes before speaking, but that is not true. Confidence comes after repeated action. The more you speak, the more your fear decreases. The more your brain survives conversations, the more relaxed it becomes. Think about learning to swim. At first, the water feels scary, but after entering the water many times, your body slowly relaxes. Speaking English is exactly the same. Your fear becomes smaller through practice, not through waiting. So do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait until your English becomes perfect. Start now with the English you already know. Even simple English can create real conversations. And here is another important truth. You do not need advanced vocabulary to sound natural. You need clarity. You need flow. You need confidence. Many fluent speakers actually use simple words most of the time. They succeed because they communicate smoothly. So stop putting pressure on yourself to sound impressive. Focus on being clear and active. Now let's talk about daily speaking habits. If you truly want improvement, English must become part of your daily life, not only study time, daily life. Speak while walking. Speak while cooking. Speak while cleaning your room. Describe your actions in English. I'm washing dishes. I'm opening the window. I need water. These small moments train automatic speaking, and automatic speaking creates natural fluency. Another powerful habit is shadowing. Choose simple English audio. Listen carefully and repeat immediately after the speaker. Try to copy the pronunciation, speed, and emotion. This trains your listening and speaking together. At first, you may struggle to follow quickly, but over time, your mouth becomes faster and your speech becomes smoother. Now let's talk about something many learners forget. Progress is slow in the beginning, and that is okay. Sometimes you may feel like nothing is improving, but small daily practice creates huge changes over time. Think about exercise. One workout does not transform the body, but regular workouts slowly create strength. English fluency works the same way. Small daily speaking practice builds powerful long-term improvement. So be patient with yourself. Do not compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Your journey is your own. And every small sentence you speak is helping your future self. Now, before we finish, I want you to remember something very important. Your voice matters. Many learners stay silent because they think their English is not good enough. But communication is not about perfection, it is about connection. People care more about your message than your grammar. So stop hiding behind fear. Stop waiting for perfect English. Use your voice now. Speak, even when you feel nervous. Speak even when your sentences are simple. Speak even when you make mistakes. Because every time you speak, you become stronger. Every sentence builds experience. Every conversation builds confidence. And one day you will notice something amazing. You are no longer translating every word. You are no longer afraid to answer. You are no longer stuck inside silence. You are simply speaking, naturally, comfortably, confidently. And that is real fluency. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope these ideas help you feel more relaxed and more confident with your English speaking journey. Keep practicing a little every day. Keep trusting the process. And most importantly, keep using your voice. If this video helped you, share it with someone who also wants to speak English more confidently. And stay connected for more lessons that help you speak naturally, clearly, and comfortably. Take care, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.